not do nothing. They say that we trust the process, we not grumble, but now we see the country, they progress small. Now they call the innocent secret by themselves. Take we money and buy for honor. For the selfish interest, Munku bluff my business. If don't come, they boss pan farm. Man, then they harvest the money, they ship country done this done. So Kia go come kill we if we are not sorry for we. Then take we money and spend them for the occasion. Now we money they get every month go on the vacation. Where the people they cry, Papa you too heartless to make mommy and picky then they cry. The mommy know they try, and sim bluff, you know care if the country they suffer again. Man them human rights, we violate them. If man gets case, let us send and go inside the bad them back prison. Man they want know if the man they don't die or the man they kill. The man them try pay salary, or the budget for government workers they can't be found. Would have explained can't follow me, not to coconut head. Now the people their voice and sound. All man vex, who the kind way how man they feel man them know they all man vex, who the kind way how man they think man them know they feel well. All man vex, who side the country they go, tell we how the country they go. All man vex, 5 years still we no go, now tell we what we for know. All man vex, who the kind way how man they feel man them know they gladdy. All man vex, who the kind way how man they think man them know they feel well. All man vex, who side the country they go, tell we how the country they go. All man vex, 5 years still we no go, now tell we what we for know. All my vex, Papa people and they suffer, we don't even get bullets. Yeah, Twitter for the hustle hard, for me could not mix my problem. And politics nowadays are color, take tell them not mix you. And the boku corrupt and thief, take tell them not thief you. And they don't get boku constipation, for we constitution, we go and say their own belly.
Okay, welcome. Thank you very much for being a part of this discussion today. I want to welcome all of you guys, and especially for those of you who have been with me for how long now? Probably 4 or 5 months now. And you have been in every one of my show or my discussion or my program. Yeah, you know, and my media sensitization. You know, and it's really, you know, worthwhile for us to always know and lay emphasis as to what is happening in Sierra Leone. And yesterday we discussed about one very sensitive issue, the issue of drugs with regards to our youth. And I made some emphasis with regards to certain things that are going on in Sierra Leone with regards to our young people. And I made it very clear yesterday that our young people are on drugs because there is nothing else to do. Unlike when the APC was in power, there was African Mineral, there was London Mining, there was Rutile, there were other, you know, groups or companies that had these young people engaged. But now we have almost 70 to 80% of youth that are idle, that are not working. And so when we talk about, I told you guys that the last 3 days, I saw more than 20 videos of young people who I may probably, I have not done any assessment, but looking at them, they are very close to becoming an addict of drugs or opioid. And I mentioned yesterday that we are very close to an epidemic. It is very close to becoming an epidemic in Sierra Leone, just like I was talking about HIV and AIDS in Sierra Leone. I spoke to doctors in Sierra Leone. When I was there in 2017, and there was this doctor that told me that the government, by then it was the APC, the government is not pulling out, is not making known the percentage of HIV, you know, people in Sierra Leone, or the number of HIV infected people in Sierra Leone. They are being moderate. But he said the percentage is alarming. Is alarming, the percentage of HIV positive individuals in Sierra Leone is alarming. And this government came, they're also hiding of the percentage of HIV individuals in Sierra Leone. And these are young people, people between the age of 16, 17, 18 to probably 34 to 40 years. Young people. But yet, this is not the interest of the government. And I told you yesterday that the most important thing that you should not forget, I said, the politicians and those in authority are more interested in cure rather than prevention. They are more interested in cure rather than prevention, because in cure, that's where money is. That is where they write projects. That is where they write, all of these flamboyant projects. There's not much money on prevention. There's a whole lot of resources on what cure. And so they are waiting. And I said yesterday, they are what? They are selling the lives of people for what they're interested in, the money. And it's the same thing with this. I would call it an epidemic right now in Sierra Leone, because seeing more than 20 videos of people who are actually on drugs, and you see them shaking, you see them, and the people are just laughing. People are laughing about it. And I make mention, some of us who have been, and some of you guys who are watching, were also involved. You might be in the medical field. You were involved in people who were addicted to drugs, addicted to opioids. You know the effect it had not only on that one individual, but the effect it had in the family, the effect it had in a community. Most of us know about this. I know about it. That is why I am concerned. I am really concerned, because you know what? Idleness is one of the issues. Because somebody is trying to solve the anxiety problem they have, because they don't have money, they can't have a job, they don't have anything. Probably they saw their own friends who they went to the same school. In fact, they were brighter, they were smarter than these friends, but these friends had jobs, they don't have it. So that anxiety, to solve that anxiety, that is why they were involved in drugs. But now they are trying to satisfy the anxiety. But at the end of the day, they become addicted to that drugs. And so instead of satisfying the anxiety, now they're satisfying the addiction. I think I made that clear yesterday. Some of you know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. You guys are familiar with exactly what I'm saying. And most of us, I said yesterday, we have young people in Sierra Leone. Most of us have relatives. Most of us have cousins. Most of us have nephews in Sierra Leone. And I made very clear, as long as it does not affect these rich people, then when they were rich, when they up and down, they know they take and serious. As long as the poor people they affect, they no go ever take and serious. And the one they want to see, say they are poor people. Not to politician picking them. Not to that man where they are and picking them, they suffer. No. These are poor people. These are community people. These are grassroots people suffering. You think they go care about it? You think the politician they go care about that? No, they don't. Some of us are going to blow the alarm. Some of us are going to sound the alarm right now. Because it will take lives. I think I made mention about that war in America. The opioid war in America. They never took it serious because it was only affecting black people. Most of them were black people. Nobody took it serious. You know when they took it serious? When it started affecting white people and they are dying in numbers. That was when 2018, 19, 20, 21. That was when they took it serious. Sorry. That was when they knew that, oh, this thing is going to ravage our communities. This thing is going to ravage our nation. Then it became a national issue. It became a national crisis. And that is the same thing in Sierra Leone until it begins no affect, it begin for affect, then what? Then chief them picking them. It begin for affect, then politicians them picking them. It begin for affect people then at key positions and picking them. Now the term they go take and serious. You know, I'm telling you guys, if we're not careful, these young people, and we get the chief of what? Of the drug trade. When are the vice president of our country, Sierra Leone. Just like Madabio had PhD in coups. That is the same way Jallo had what? PhD in drugs. That is the same way the vice president had a PhD in drugs. You know, drugs don't become prolified in Sierra Leone. It don't become so rampant in Sierra Leone. Nobody no care. And you and I for care right now. I don't know if you don't see them videos a day. I don't know if you don't see them videos. Me don't see more than 20 different type of videos. I don't see video where the one guy is then around near, very close to the sea. In fact, you'll see the boat now, one boat now you hold. Then they laugh am. You get the other hand on one truck, it's not now one truck, the other hand a potty hole. You get several others. Over 20 of people who you know with no diagnosis might be addicted to opioid or drugs. You have a relative in Sierra Leone. I have a relative in Sierra Leone. We must start to sound the alarm. Let people hear, let people know what they go on. But today, I want to talk about something we're very sensitive also. We're very serious. As you see, my topic now what? Communist style of governing. Communist style of governance. You go begin ask what did this man mean by communist style? Because I don't begin see it a creep in small. We don't know, some of you don't notice that, but some of us will get historical background, we do government, we do all of that thing. I don't begin see it a creep into this government. A communist style of governance. What's in a communism? You know, sometimes they say, oh, this is a communist country, this, not that. We want to know first, what's in a communism, what communism stand for. Then I'll begin to tell you waiting I don't see where I say this. The semblance is the emblems of communist style of governance. Now they see with this SLP also. Communist style of governance. When you begin to talk about communism, we know the man will start this aspect of communism, now the man we then call Karl Marx. Karl Marx be there against capitalism. Because he said capitalism unequal. That is, you get some people away, then they up, you get them away, then they don't. You go the way away, then get money. In other words, then they suppress the one they will not get money. So Karl Marx, from day one, it become very a proponent of communism, or it been there against communism. And what is it? Been there against capitalism, sorry. And so it come with this one we are in, equality go day. Nobody know for passing company. In a nutshell, that is all what communism is about. Nobody know for passing safe. That was the intention. That not be in the ideology. This not be a German. Karl Marx not be a German philosopher. And he believes that economically, people are for there at par with each other. Nobody know for passing company. That not been the ideology. That was the intention. But if you read about communism now, it doesn't work that way. We know that. You and I know that. Go back and read communism. If it is we work out Karl Marx mean now so it operates right now. Karl Marx even believe say individual not forget past the other person. One person not for all a whole lot of financial win than the other person. And so it creates what they call communism, communal. That is, we all own. And in communism, the emblems of communism, one, communism, even when you production, it boku. But what you get in return, now basically how you family day, now so you get. It no matter whether now you walk past this person, yeah, so. But when the returns they come back, when they come to you, now based on how you family day, now so you forget back. So what is the difference between capitalism and communism? I don't know if you see the difference. Because it make it very clear. Karl Marx believes say everybody for be equal. But if you say everybody for be equal, if I work more than this person here, then you say because my family probably na me and my wife and one pikin, now based on them three, then I so I forget back. So if that person they work less, then he get three or two or three pikin there, plus those man and wife they make 5. Basically, now that person they get more. So tell me what's in the equality now. It don't make sense to me. But of course, not to that. For me, not to that at the camper. One for begin look. What's in this? What's it I see? I just want to get a background. Let get a little bit of a background. That is all. Not to that day I can't for. But I just want to show you some of the things of communism. What communism they thrive at. What they look at. We can see the major factor of communism. One of the things where now the emblem now. Where not to in Karl Marx be mean today. Because one of the key emblem na fear. Communism, they create fear. Communism, they make, you understand that one person, they watch in company. And even when somebody know they watch you, you they believe say somebody they watch you. That's not one emblem of communism. Fear, then create fear. I want to ask you, don't you think it's happening in Sierra Leone? You don't feel say the pauper don't create fear. Even at job, one person the phrase say sometimes somebody they watch her. I give you a story about a young man. We are called a salon, the salon SLP. And they talk to a limba. I not sabi talk limba better, but they talk to a limba. But you know they talk the limba. So now it's a palimba. Tell me say la wait me la can. We go. Who say nobody know the night say I beg. He say do you are beg? No say no ever talk to me limba again. What did a job? He say if I talk limba then they feel say na message that they send so. He say that they then they sack me. They go sack me na ya. Now say I don't know say he did a job. He say I be doing a job. He say na he call me. He say I make I not even talk limba to you. I wait here accommodate. This is the kind of fear communism creates. Even when nobody know they watch you, they feel say somebody they watch you. And so you go be forced for do the right thing. Or you go be forced for do something we're not even right. Just for satisfy somebody where you want for satisfy. Fear. Nine community that we don't see with this government. They have killed people for create fear. They don't imprison people for create fear. They don't marginalize people for create fear. What did they not do for create fear? They have done everything for create fear. That's one emblem of communism. And the one thing with they create that fear now for the leader. Then they make you afraid the leader like say now the God way you the worship way probably not the see. The next thing what then they do. Then they make you become waiting. Let you then they indoctrinate you. Now one thing where then they do back. Communism, it indoctrinates the individual. That leader, they way they say, like, you see, for more is small. Then they tell you, say, you see that man. Let's take for instance Saddam Hussein. The story of Saddam Hussein. They say when picking and born and small, when he begin from nursery school, the picture they then don't they tell and say, you see that man there? Not for freedom. You for freedom man there. You they revere. You they make that sense of awe for that person there. You they fear that person there. We no don't see that then they do one for Madabio. We no don't see that. This is a communist style of governance. A communist style of governance. You they create fear. You they make something. Then this year, so we no don't see a government official where they work for the Ministry of Education, where they go now from school to school, and they indoctrinate them picking them. They tell them who they for vote for. They tell them why they for vote for them. That is a communist style of governance. Communism. They point you, they indoctrinate you what you want to make you do. This is not a free will again. Democracy say what? A free will. You forget that free will for vote for who that you want to vote for. That is that is democracy. But communism say, they force you for make you vote for the one I want you for vote for. And that is what we saw with regards to this gentleman. Maybe now this one we see, there are others also where they do the same thing. A communist style of governance. They create fear in the hearts of people, then they kill people, then they imprison people, then they want to terrorize people, then go beat people, because they want to create fear. But then they also indoctrinate. And these people know children don't have a mind of their own. And so what they're doing is to indoctrinate these children. For point them to somebody where they're afraid. For point them to somebody where they're for vote for. That is communism. They create that fear. And you see some of the picking there, you know say there is so much fear inside them. Because they know say this, now possible you get authority for say today you no go can at this school, or today you go there at this school, or tomorrow then they expel you. You know say you see this person say he get our authority there. So they answer with regards to those things in mind. Just like in communism, you don't know say if I not do this, now this go happen to me. If I not do that, that go happen to me. Saddam Hussein, schools from nursery, that picking they don't train them for afraid Saddam Hussein. From nursery, they don't train that picking they say for make it get respect for Saddam Hussein. What about in South Korea, North Korea? Some of una too young, una not go probably know who that Kim Il Sung. Of course, me I be small, but I probably I know about Kim Il Sung. This was the founding father of North Korea. Kim Il Sung creates the impression, say, look, this is a country that other people they want for can dominate we. Then people also they want for can take charge of we. They want for kill we. They want for get rid of we. And because of that, we need for protect ourselves. We need for safeguard ourselves. And the only safeguard we put now for bring community come. For make them people and see other people and like say, then they come against them. And that is what we saw. SLPP they do to the Mende people then. Then create the impression to the Mende people and say, hey, them people they hate we, they all hate we. They don't want we. They don't want for see we. That is a communist style of governance. A communism, now they behave so. Them people they hate we. They don't like we, they don't like Mende people there. Not so you will see an individual where now a member of parliament, a lady, will come and say other people from the north and the west, they want for kill Mende people there. They want for get rid of Mende people there. That is a communist style of it. They put fear upon young people there. For make them they against other people. a communist style of governance. What about China? Mao Zedong. Create fear. He able to bring all the Chinese, areas then, regions then together. And instead create that fear. Say other people they want for they not like we. Other people they want for get rid of we. So we get for prepare ourselves. Communism. A communist style of governance. They put fear. I make way somebody, they say, I will never go to Sierra Leone when this government did. Because it's a communist style of governance. How many diasporans there will go say, they go Salon right now, except the one they wearing as SLPP supporter there. And that like communist countries then, that is how it is. If you're against them, they go there. That is a communist style of governance. Nobody else know they go except the one the way they support the kind way how they govern. Now they no more go there. Anybody where they against the kind of governance who they showcase, no they go yonder. Because they fear, because this is a communist style of governance. Now only a communist country, now they would an opposition, we not they say waiting, they want for Yeri. Now only a communist country now go make the person when a citizen of that country, they not go get mine for goodie. That is it, a communist country. And so why I not go say this now a communist style of governance? Because now then canteen they don't create fear. They don't create fear. And so nobody, especially if you know one person where they contend, where they against waiting and they say, no, go there, Sierra Leone. Because this is a communist style of governance. And that's not the goal. The major goal is to create fear. The major goal of communism is to create fear. The major goal of somebody who wants to dominate a country is to create fear. For let people then be fearful. For let people then not able to get that intention. Or even for say, I want to go. I want to be a part of this process. No. There's no way you can get to Sierra Leone at this point in time if you're against this government. And now we look at the APC government or probably not call APC. Let's just call the Ernest Bai Koroma government. We know there were people who were SLPP, like the likes of what? Kutubu Koroma. Then cost Ernest Bai Koroma. He go na salon. And I make her say, see the police, these are the worst people. The same policeman there. Now then go back say, hey, this man don't come out. Want for go arrest him. And they say, no, we not arrest him. You know why? Because not to a communist style of governance, Ernest be the portray. But when a communist style of government, go there, but let me mistake I go salon if they don't go arrest me. You mistake go salon if they don't go arrest you if you been there against these people. That is a communist style of governance. There are several other people who go salon where we don't talk bad about Ernest Bai Koroma, but not arrest them. They went there with the intention for make them arrest them. And Ernest, one of the things the way he say if you arrest that man, you know what they do so. Una don't get recognition. Una don't get. And that is what the SLPP have done. SLPP don't give a lot of people recognition. SLPP na then give Adebayo recognition. The SLPP na then give several other people recognition. Because one of the things we then do now for what? Go against them people in there. And let's not be get time for that. Never had time for anybody where na somebody where they oppose her. No, you don't get time because everybody get the right. And that now what you believe. Everybody get the right for oppose. That is your right. That is why we said this is democracy. And I said the last time, you cannot stifle democracy. And you want for you democratic principles there. It doesn't work that way. You not go suppress democracy. You not go humiliate democracy, but yet you want to use the democratic principles. Say, ain't no they work that way. They no. How you know they allow democracy to operate, but yet you want to use them principles and they against somebody else. And I make a tell people, oh, hey, then go then they bring one guy. What's in the color? What's in the name? Baba Sheikh. Hey, well, and I no worry. Now small. You know, when they want for extradite person, now small. Then they take their time. It will never happen. Baba Sheikh, tell the SLPP, say, it no go ever happen. It will never happen. That I can tell you that one day, it no go ever happen. For say them go extradite Adebayo for going to salon, it will never happen. That I'll show you that one day. It no go ever happen. If they extradite Adebayo, me, I they go salon willingly. And they go, they let them go arrest me. That is the impossibility. It will never happen. I don't know why una they fool on herself. I don't know why una they fool on herself. Go back and look the records. Because yes, day for yesterday, I spent some time for read the laws, principles, the laws of Holland. The Dutch laws there. I went through, I read them. I'm not able to finish that, but who say I don't do so far? Trust me, it is impossible. Impossible for make them send Adebayo in a saloon. That I can tell you, impossible. I'm not saying for other things, but for that one, it is impossible. It's not possible. I don't know why we are too deceptive. They deceive people in another country. And that is what you have done. I make you not able to do nothing. Except people not able to do that. You know why? Because the lies then are then too much. There were so many lies. And when they're not able to justify their lies, then they find something else for who can to. They don't like power for bridge. Some of us would then consider one grain clear water no more. Just a single, what they call, constituents. Pinellas County. Look what they do. Look, bridges there. Then the whole country. Every day, they lie on people there. The whole bridge, say, for the past 4.5 years, what they do next year, what they do the other year. Take today. The bridge where make, the Mabang bridge, look the Mabang bridge. And I make I tell people, I say, I don't believe saying a CSC, I make that bridge there. Maybe we can do very soon. I don't want to believe, because when I don't see CSC, the one they make bridges there. That one where that guy be showed the picture was quite different from what I know CSC for. Within 3 months, when I look the bridge, I don't begin crack. There were cracks, so many cracks on that bridge. So many cracks. There were so many cracks on that bridge. You see the cracks there, then somebody they tell you, say this bridge will take 100 years. You want to believe that? Are you going to believe that? With the kind of cracks we don't see in that bridge there, then confessions they don't begin come. Listen to me. Not only is somebody who is selfish, not only somebody who is dishonest to the highest degree, now I go believe say what them people are do is right. Or them people also they succeed in them 4.5 years. Then don't do well for Sierra Leone. At 1,800,000 and something thousand Leones for $1. This morning, now they tell me say I for send money for let them go buy the last restaurant I go get from my family in the salon. It don't done today. When they go ask 580, 600,000 for bag rest, 580 so rest. The other one then 600,000 for a bag of rice. I make them ask several aside, same price. Of course, I did look for us, I go save some money. But it's not possible. 580, 600,000. I'm talking about this morning. When the person go left the Pekin at school, he passed for go ask for the rice. What kind of a country are we living? What kind of a country is our people living? A country where nobody cares. And we don't hold on here, the governor. We don't understand what they talk. If they don't say instead they don't fed up. If you read within in mind, if you're not possible get a reason in mind, you don't know say what he is say, the way I say in expression, you know say this incest don't fed up. He cannot handle that economy. For being a teacher is different for being what? An administrator. That is why where you do some work or we in a school, why make you feel say they say let you go internship? If you not work, you go to a factory or you go to an area where they operate with waiting the degree where you already want forget. For let you go, what? Practically let you go understand how to operate. This man no ever get that experience. All of in life now inside classroom. Inside classroom. All of in life. The same thing with David Francis. All of their life now inside classroom. And you expect these people for do well? It's just about somebody they say yesterday. He say anybody, even if he not get degree, now just O levels he gets. And he then a working place, he don't take 10 years now that working place day. Then this person come on a college. For that same responsibility day, he get the degree, he go through the process and everything. This man will get the 10-year experience, even though he not get one paper. You understand, eh? You not going to be compared with the one we get paper. This man will not get paper, but he get the 10-year experience, go dominate, go overshadow this man with the degree, but with no experience. That is a practical something. It's practical. It's practical. You know, our leadership in that country, it just feel like when somebody they come, everybody in the media they condemn. When they point this post here, so they condemn her. When they point this, they like sit down by the one that say, well, would let the person that will call it you know. You talk about Samuel Kama, somebody condemn her. You talk about KKY, somebody condemn her. You talk about Femi Claudius, somebody condemn her. You talk about this, somebody condemn her. Okay, una tell me now, who that now? Who that will get that leadership day? Because if you everybody you they condemn, everybody, you get some people in our social media, nobody know they nobody know they for her. Everybody they condemn. Everybody not good for her. I do not think say so. No, there must be one person where at least you go say better. But if everybody they condemn, this person they condemn, Samsumana they condemn, this way they condemn, Epicoma they condemn, Madabio they condemn, KKY they condemn. Who's next? Who that we get now? Who that? Let him tell we now, ba. Maybe that's for begin ask people then now. Okay, for you, who that now? If you don't condemn all them, why? We are looking for solutions. Yes, you can condemn, but point to one, say, okay, this go better off. This go help. Even though, yes, it go get in downstream, but yet it go better off. That is the kind of story we want now. People want to let you point them to something. Give them head start. Let them know. Some people really, just like how they say, some people, then they look up to people in social media for help. But if you don't, nobody know they. Madabio, you don't, okay, you say this one, you don't write them off. You don't write Madabio off. So we need leadership, next person. But the next person now, we don't know. You, they say, we say, no next person, no they. Oh, now you, for be the next person, let we know. Because we know say among the rotten, but there must be one person way better off. I know every one of them is rotten. But would you go face scam? Give us somebody. Direct the people attention to somebody. At least one person they will go most better, bro. We must get one person way better. I want to let you go to Judges, Kings, First Kings, Second Kings, Judges, First Kings, Second Kings, and see. They were so rotten. You get a specific set of people where everybody rotten. But God go pull one person, he say, you can lead the people. So if you go do one, wouldn't we were, even though everybody rotten, it go most one person go most they will say, just like what God said to David. David was one of the worst kings. Worst kings when you think about lifestyle, when you think about everything. But what did God say? He said, he's a man after my own heart. I think that is what we are looking for Sierra Leoneans. Somebody will actually get the people at heart. He might not get all of the accolades. He might not have everything. But let's say Leoneans now, Lord, look for somebody who will get the people at heart. We'll go sit down and feel the people them pinch. Then feel the people them problems there. Feel the people them suffering. That is the kind of person. He might not be perfect. But that is the kind of person. Let may God be said to David, he's a man after my own heart. Yes, they say David did a sin. He did a sin every day. He did a sin. But in desire now before please God. He want for please God. To the point he said, I want for build you a temple. God said, no, not so you go do it. You picking go do it because you earn it. It's soiled with blood. You say, you not go build a temple for me. Even though God said, I'm a man after me. God said, no, you not go build a temple for me. You picking go build that temple there. There are certain times God they choose some people for a specific reason. Just like when God choose Madabio, me I know they say not to God choose them. I would never say that. But God they choose sometimes. Go to the Bible back. I not to study the Quran better, but when you go to the Bible, God can choose some wicked king for waiting for punish Israel. And when you go back to the Bible, I always say that I'm not a prophet of doom, but God can choose kings for punish the people. Who knows? Maybe God choose Madabio for punish Leoneans. I am not saying that, but who knows? I'm just liking them to waiting and seeing at the Bible where God they use kings then for punish the people there. If you want to Saul, why make God give Saul and Saul becomes so going up to the people there? It started well, but later on it was bad because God vexed. You will feel say God not the vex. Yeah, God vex. When the people they say one king, we want king like the other surrounding kingdoms say we get king. We say if we want king, God say so me what they rule now? Una no one dandy. Una no like dandy when me they rule now. Una no one dandy. Una one king. Samuel go back. He go tell them. They say no. We want. They insist. They say we want king. Then God tell them all what the king go do. You not tell like we know, but some of us we know. We be no better be we know exactly some of who talker. The things that woman have been done do 18 million. The things that people away don't kill in that country. We knew about it. You see, now make they say, might be in Kawana for punish we as alone. Because we are a grateful nation. We don't appreciate what other leaders and don't do. And that make God say, okay, but when I don't see Madabio, when I don't know say this man he been thief una trade 18 million not to so, he go waste time. When I be know say this man he kill people not to so, brutalize people Una know that Una know say this man he get bad at not to so, una know that all They say no, we want change. No one, God, we want change. And God tell we all what the change get for happen. This man, he don't do that here. Me say, go do one back. If you don't do one before, you go do one back. We not listen. Everybody say we want change. Just like how the children of Israel, they say they want change. God tell them all what this change, this person go do today. They say, no, pa, we want change. We say, if we want for be like the other kings, other kingdoms, say, where they around where they get king there. We say, for one king. They say, okay, give them soul. We all know, some of us are Christian, we know the story. What happened to Saul, to the children of Israel. Reach a point, the what? The Ark of the Covenant. They can't go. The Ark of the Covenant go. Saul in Pekin die. Jonathan. Israel suffer. That That is it. We wanted a change. We got the change. But is it the right change we wanted? That's what you and I need to ask ourselves. But basically, we're talking about communism. Communist style of governance. That is what we're seeing with this government. A communist style of governance. Indoctrinate Pikine. That is how communism they do. From the schools, then they indoctrinate the Pikine. For pointing to communism, for pointing to the leaders there. That is a communist style of governance. And that is what we saw this guy doing in those schools. And they say, Uda give una good education, they say, Madabio. Uda na the person we make una no dey pay school fee, na Madabio. Uda una go vote for, if una get chance for vote for, na Madabio. His Excellency, Brigadier Doctor, Saloma Lake title. That's what you always. I remember some social media when them the one the person there now that they talk now Mr. People Saloma Lake to Lake title. Now Mr. John and they talk. If you say John, you know go waiting and call. You know, then there's just so if a brother of ours been dying, this and that. So somebody I call somebody who I don't know. Actually, I be me church member. So while they talk, now I say now that they talk, now I say now Edward they talk, Edward Dumbe and I they talk. Now I say who's Edward Dumbe and I say but now Edward Dumbe they talk. You know, like, I say no, I don't sabi Edward Dumbe. I say that is sabi. He said sabi Reverend Edward Dumbe. I say una two leg title. I say me no leg title, me not a title man. I no leg title business. Call me Edward. You know, the common selling and two leg title. This title business, that might if they not call her honorable, you know, there's I tell you one of my friends who have been getting a salon. Now honorable. Would they call me by he don't tell him he want for they call me Reverend. I say no, call me by name. Call me. So you don't they call me Ed. That's why they call me. So when you get this honorable 2017 ago, what they call him by name. No call me that name, they go, no make clear possible. I'm not honorable now. Now I say go to hell with your honorable. From that day they paddy done. Me, I don't like somebody with two leg title. I don't like possible like leg title too much. His Excellency, Brigadier, Doctor. People like title in that country. I don't know what to do. And this title here, so now India bug that country there. Everybody like title. Everyone let them call a doctor. I guess some reverend the way the friends say within a salon, where they all go buy a dominion, then buy then doctor business as on a dominion. And one day now talk I say una na me de pull una waste then I do. Some of them they na bow. Some of them are McKinney. Some of them are Connor. Then go buy this title. These are friends. Then go buy them title like doctor. Okay, one or two in America now. Then go buy them title then they. What's in a title? For no more let them call it doctor this, doctor reverend. Crazy. You know, many people and then are Western Wall, yeah, so then a doctor. You know, they ever hear pass the day, pass until you go see one booklet. I remember one the college where I go. I don't be ever know say the mommy na doctor. I don't ever know. You know, ever use that word doctor na name. Ever. Not until one time where we they get program na college. You understand? Then give me program. That day I see a doctor. And we're very close, man. So I go to her and I go meet her. I said, I never knew you had a PhD. I say, Edward, we don't, titles are nothing. You know, you don't have to make people know that you're. He said, what you do in the class, what you do outside, that's when let people come and ask. But Salon, everybody like title. And this title, I know I'm bogging at that country. This title, I know I'm bogging at that country day. And we don't create a whole lot of problem with regard to this title. But another way, probably we need for talk about. And then I go invite somebody where we want to go come and discuss. Then there's also, I tell you, I get a brother we come on a salon. And I tell you, I say, some of we don't really know what in the go on a salon. We don't understand what in the go on a salon. Until somebody come, it begin for explain you. And one of them there's also, it begin for explain a little bit about what in the go on a salon. And I believe say some of una I see una write back and say this is outrageous. This is unbelievable. Sometimes you don't go believe. Where possibly explain go feel say this now exaggerates. You know, like where somebody they say it embellish. you know, this person they embellish this story. No, this is not an embellishment. This is the truth. This is not the truth. This is not waiting people that go through in Sierra Leone. Now, me brother be they explain. I'm telling you know, until you then at the ground, now you go really understand waiting they go on in Sierra Leone. As I said, that a communist style of governance, communist style of governance. Fear don't grip almost everybody in that country. I am not joking. You they call some people like they tell you say, Allah call you back, Allah call you back. If they put off the line, they go tell you say, Allah call you back, Allah call you back. A communist style of governance. Somebody go call you, so say you go see then a motoka, who go talk back, I will call you back. Because some of them know I'm asking for information. I want information. I will call you back. People are not free. So now that's I tell you about communism. Communism, you dey feel say somebody they watch you. Even though somebody know they watch you, but you dey feel say somebody they watch you. You dey feel say somebody they listen to you. That not communism. Now it create fear. It indoctrinate. And we don't see all them tears they happen. That's alone. SLPP, Paupa, don't create an environment for let people afraid for talk. That's how communism they operate. If they feel like somebody they follow you, even though sometimes somebody they follow you, somebody they watch you, somebody they look what you they do. But sometimes even when somebody know they follow you, you still afraid. That's not a communist style of governance. A communist style of behavior. People are in bondage in that country. And now, the system, they create another suppression, voter suppression. Maybe what will be the talk. I think now here we go start for begin this voter suppression. I go invite them. Make we come and okay, yeah. I think I get another person we will invite. Other sister. You know, I did try for get to in, but I don't know why. I don't know. When I send another request, I think this don't expire. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I don't see one person they send a request. Where is it? Say add. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't add. Yeah. I think Madam Dolly Kittel, Madam Dolly Tarawali. Yeah. You go send. Okay. Yeah. I think I don't. I think Pass you send another request. Yeah, check. Now we talk about these elections. I think we begin for talk about them. And we basically stop somewhere wherein we say the elections, it's like say some kind of dabaru game, some kind game don't begin play. Even at this point, wherein we they see then they go to Liberia, then they go what? Then they go register people out of the zone, out of the prescribed zone. Then they go beyond the prescribed zone. They go register people there. Where I don't know what you be seeing at Freedom. You know, I want to you. I'm not sure if you don't begin talk half, but probably let we see waiting, and the other things that we see at Freedom.
Yeah, just want to tell you thank you for another opportunity we give me for say something at this platform.
I don't think so. They get you. I don't know.
I just want to tell you. They get me now?
Yeah. I think they can't smoke.
Okay. Just want to tell you thank you for this opportunity we give me for come at this platform for come say something about the country. If I can begin from when this registration starts on the 4th. I go myself being there na the ground. I go register na one center. The problems them so much. The problems them so much because if they will tell you about charger, they will tell you about the computer not charge, they will tell you about different things there. even though when picking them come, I mean, when the one day we don't reach 18 and over safe, the one day we don't over, not so the one day we they expect for reach 18 by the 24th. The one day we don't 18, some not 20, some 25, they come for can register. Now that particular center, I know one call the center in name, but it in at the western area. It in at the western part of Freetown. They go there for go register. Then people will go for go register. Then call so many things. Count you result. I don't know what the results get for do with you age. I don't know what the results get for do with them. They tell them begin and they say for count results. When they count results, they say go take your birth certificate. Then go take birth certificate. Then go call all that thing. Now so no more. Even when they say tribal authorities for CAM, you don't need all lengthy in day, but tribal authorities for CAM, for able for CAM, identify you. Say, yes, we sabi this. It don't reach that age day, or your mama and papa safe can come, or your mama or papa, anyone can come for identify you. Say, yes, this time you born it don't day above 18, or it reach 18 by the 24th. They're supposed to register you. But then why in the case south northwest, you know they happen so. But you know they get them problems say they happen at the southeast. It go on smoothly. But when it come to the northwest, we get them problems and we did a 110 and go call one chief down at the river line, na that western part there. The chief come up for like go able for identify certain people there. When the chief can, they say no, they're not mandatory that kind of way. They're not supposed to. You know what an insult. For like you don't pull it somebody in a tribal authority, you don't pull them from in host. You don't come for can identify the people then say no, not to that day we they call for. No, we they not give you that mandate today for do this. You know, a lot of lapses. Even when you start that first day, I tell you, I go around 8 o'clock for go register. A day na that place they then 12 going to 1 before I able register. Just imagine, because I determine, and at that I want let every Sierra Leonean determine. Because I've been determined. You know what hurt me and the entire thing? We make a go register. I've been talk to one my friend. I say, you know what make a register? What make a vex that first day I go register? I say because then go tell me say Kenema beaucoup pass Freetown. Kenema with 20 motoka no ever make traffic 20 motoka then to line. It no ever happen at Kenema. For let's see 20 motoka they make line. Now then kind side and they say beaucoup pass Freetown. So now one of the instances and we piss me off where I decide say well I go register that day. And that day they are vexed, they are register vexed because of that fraud day. And the subsequent days they were they turn. People go register, you go and say, can with this, can with your result, can with your birth certificate, where you can in the turner. People picking away don't reach their age the day, we don't over 18. But we see small picking away at 12, 13 years.